This is 2K Sports broadcasting from Sacramento as the Kings take it to the hardwood. Our starting lineups will look at the matchups here and who we'll see for our starting five for both teams. And one of the players we'll be seeing in this one, Jason Richardson.
And you know what I love about him is just the way he works with his young teammates, the positive attitude that he instills in his club.
You know, inexperienced players, young players have trouble getting out of slumps once they're in them, but he's determined not to let that happen.
Well, it was the Sacramento Kings winning their last game against the Rockets in Houston. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Thank you, guys. Yeah, I caught up with Z for a bit. The idea that he's being frozen out of the offense came up, and I asked him if he thought that was the case. He told me that he knows he asked for the ball a lot, but he hopes that it wouldn't come down to that, saying, quote, to do something as petty as that is just detrimental to the team. I hope we're above that. We'll see how things go for him on that front here, guys.
It's rare to see a freeze out like this, but if you saw what he's been saying, it isn't too much of a shock.
Not at all. I mean, if you've got something to say about your teammates, it's best to say it in the sanctity of the locker room, not in public. Textbook right there. Nice pass, great catch, beautiful finish.
Roten kicks to Mullins. Davies, and good. Got the English that time as it falls. The Kings trail by 4. There's 57 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Thompson with the bucket.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
So for the 76ers, their last game, a win against the Nuggets in Denver.
I thought the way they attacked the rim and got into the paint was phenomenal. It seemed like after a while, the defense just kind of waved the white flag.
That's exactly what will happen when a team continues to attack the goal and come away with layups. It demoralizes the defense.
Newman, the pass to Thompson. 6 on the shot clock. Chance there to take the lead, missing.
Tell you what, if there's success on the boards in this first quarter is any indication, it's going to be a good day.
And rebounds usually are a good indicator.
Thompson for the triple. Pass to Williams. Goes back up, and it's blocked by Newman, but they recover it. Thompson for 3. No luck. And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. 76ers lead by 2. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2.
Coming up this Saturday night, January 4th, the Charlotte Bobcats go up.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And what stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
And you could see early on, guys, they were going to go inside and try to establish their offense in the paint area. That's exactly what they've done.
And I think that's exactly where they should continue to attack moving forward, Steve.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And so in the game for the 76ers, Richardson out there with Young. Then there's James Anderson. Then it's Tony Wroten. And it's Noel in at the 5.
And you look at Landry, and he does lack the size of most power forwards, but he's excellent at finishing around the goal, and it helps him keep defenders honest with a nice, reliable outside shot, too.
Man, a gaping hole in the defense that time, and he didn't waste any time getting through it.
Here's Newman, covered by Wroten. Newman, the pass to Cousins. Dishes it to Landry. Banked in off the glass. Landry's got it all tied up now for Sacramento. And Carl Landry's such a great knack for scoring around the rim.
He's a tough guy, a genuine tough guy. He gets the ball in the paint, and he'll go up and score with little jump shots or maybe put-back shots. Great hands, and really keeps himself in good condition.
Richardson dishes to Anderson. Now here's Richardson, covered by Outlaw. 13 feet away, and that one's good. Noel. And the 76ers lead by 2.
He's not their first option, but not a bad fallback either.
Newman, the pass to Terry. And stolen by Wroten. Now the 76ers on the break. Wroten with the ball, and Anderson gets it to go. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for Philadelphia?
And they've come out in attack mode defensively, applying pressure and stealing the ball repeatedly.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
During that break, Coach Mike Malone had some words for his team. He talked about their postgame, saying, "We've got this defense stretched out, and if we can make solid entry passes into the low block, the points will come." And before the huddle broke up, he mentioned playing active defense in transition, telling his guys to be very quick to get back when the ball changes hands. They're not going to wait for halftime. They want those adjustments to have an impact right away. Over to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris.
Their low post defense has to show some improvement, guys.
Yeah, of the last 10 points, Steve, 8 have come from in tight.
Another strong rebound, just like we've gotten used to seeing from them today.
Yeah, 1 or 2 more of those, and this lead will be double digits. Well, there's a new ownership group in Philadelphia as of 2011, and in this offseason, they pulled the trigger and brought in new leadership in the front office. Looks like they're jumping on the analytics bandwagon, hiring the former brain trust of the Houston Rockets.
Terry outside. Here's Outlaw. Again, the miss by the King.
That's not his shot there, guys. And whether you play D on him or not, he's usually going to miss that one.
He gives them a double-digit lead. And it's a 10-point 76ers lead. And back to the Sixers. I guess for the Wall Street ownership group, going mathematical is something they were, Steve, pretty comfortable with.
Well, it's something that a lot of teams are going to now, Kevin. The new owners, a lot of them businessmen, they want to turn to math to try to figure this whole thing out. Bottom line, though, is it's a combination. It's not just stats. It's talent, stats, chemistry, coaching, a lot of things that goes into winning.
Philadelphia moving the ball around. Here's Sims, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
Now the story is points in the paint, Clark. I mean, they're getting point-blank shots every time down.
Here's Cunningham, and another 3 for Sacramento.
There's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes in this defense.
It should be easy to correct, though, if you start making the right rotations defensively.
Doubled by Newman. Sims, the pass to Wroten. Anderson kicks to Wroten. Anderson outside. 5 on the clock. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Anderson's got 7.
What a great little run he's on here in the quarter.
To the wing right side. Here's Cunningham. Second shot opportunity. Count it. And the 76ers lead has been cut down to 7 on the bucket from Outlaw.
Well, that's how you pick up second chance points.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. 76ers ahead. They're up by 7. The Sprint Halftime Show with Damon Bruce is coming up next. Then it'll be on to the third quarter. We'll see you then.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Good to have you here. This is 2K Sports, and the NBA season is starting to take shape. For the Philadelphia 76ers, they have the lead against the Kings in Sacramento. A team definitely in the mix for the playoffs, and as a matter of fact, if they win this one, they'll move into the 8th spot. Their work on the offensive boards, a big factor. Great effort out there. A solid performance by Thaddeus Young. He's got 14 points and has been looking really good in terms of shot selection, shooting it well from the field. And still in it, the Kings hanging around. And from outside, you couldn't shoot it much better than this. They are scorching hot from beyond the arc. And back to Sacramento we go. Thanks so much for being with us.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And we come back with the view of the Sacramento. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Landry and Cousins patrol the paint. Isaiah Thomas out there with Newman, and it's Outlaw in at the 3. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Here's Anderson. He's got 13. Shot clock at 5. Richardson dishes to Noel. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Nerlens Noel, 6'11", out of Kentucky, big wingspan, about 7'4". So he's a player who has a chance to be an incredible shot blocker. Of course, following in the footsteps of Anthony Davis at Kentucky.
And back to Noel, still very slender. The question for him has been, does he have the strength to play?
Not right now. He's got to get stronger. He's first got to recover from that ACL tear that he suffered. But if, in fact, he can get stronger, I love his motor, and I like his potential to become better as an offensive player.
There's a lot to withstand inside in the NBA.
No question about it.
You know, the defense didn't exactly try to fight around that screen, and that's why it turned into the easy basket.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Doubled by Newman. Roten with it. Now Thomas defending. Kept alive.
You know, guys, if he does his work early, he knows when he gets in a good position, his size gives him a big edge on the glass.
And stolen by Richardson. And now Philadelphia on the break. Stops, pops, and that one's good. Noel. Noel's got the lead up to 11 now for the 76ers. Now Thomas. He's got 12. Passes it to Newman. That's good. It's Thomas picking up the assist. Newman! Thomas got 3 assists now in this one. Now the pass to Young. And here's Anderson for 3. And yes, sir, that one drops. Anderson's got 9 points here in the second half.
This guy will really make you pay if you leave him enough room outside.
Pass to Newman. Releases. And again, it's Sacramento converting. Newman! Philadelphia leading by 10. And here is Roten. 8 points for him. Richardson kicks to Roten. Noel passes to Anderson. The wing jumper off target.
You know, that's a problem he has. I mean, not being able to knock down that open jumper. I think it happens far too often.
Passes to Newman. And stolen by Roten. Now the 76ers on the break. Roten with the ball.
Straight to the bucket with a nice head of steam.
Well, no reason to slow it down when there's nothing in the way.
The Kings have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Outside Thomas. The pass to Newman. And another 3 for Sacramento.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Roten dishes to Richardson. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Newman. Richardson covering. Cousins, the pass to Newman. Another 3 for Sacramento.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch.
76ers have only made 2 attempts, shooting poorly at the line in this one. The free throw drops for Roten. And Roten drops them both. 15 seconds left in the third quarter.
Probably should hold for one shot here. Clock is on their side.
Yeah, no-brainer. They can hold it for the last shot.
Newman with the bucket.
Boy, they've come out of halftime just smoking hot from behind the arc.
Hey, trust me on this one, partner. They are going to continue to let them fly.
And that one's good. Roten's got 14 points. The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. 76ers lead by 7. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next.
Next Tuesday, January 7th, LaMarcus Aldridge and the Portland Trail Blazers take on the Sacramento Kings. Be there.
And now we present our State Farm assist of the game. With 5 total assists in the game, we've seen some great passing tonight from Newman.
And his passing ability is why they make sure the offense runs through him on a regular basis. Great assist like the one we just saw.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, Arnett Moultrie is out there with Byron Mullins. Then it's Tony Roten. Then it's Williams. Shot's good.
Boy, what a display of offense we've seen today, and it's only getting better.
Well, both defenses have been on their heels all day, and it's begun to take its toll.
Here's Newman. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Z's got 15 points in just the second half. Roten kicks to Williams. Davies covered by McLemore. Back to Williams. Roten dishes to Mullins. Stolen by Landry. And now here comes Terry leading the break. Here's Newman. He's guarded by Roten. Pass to Newman. Takes the 3. And he gets it to go. Z's got 5 points now this quarter.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. That's 4 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been three-pointers.
Picked his pocket. Cousins with it. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. And with the fourth quarter push coming up here, the coach going over the game plan and these players rehydrating themselves with Gatorade, recharging their bodies, refocusing their minds, and getting that strategy down to close out the game. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
During that break, Coach Mike Malone had some words for his team. He told them, guys, we're getting bogged down in the half court. Let's get out and run, see what's available in early offense. If there's nothing there, we can always back it out and run our sets. Good advice, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. And that one's good. Noel.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
Andre passes to Newman. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Really an extraordinary game for Zeke. He has 20 points, and he's hit 4 from beyond the arc. A weapon with those three-point shots.
Yeah, you said it. I mean, he is using the long-range jumper to deadly effect, Clark.
James Anderson, he's checked in for Williams.
Well, the business of the NBA in pretty good stead. The Kings sold back in May for a record price of $525 million, and the Seattle group had offered even more. Team value is certainly on the rise around the league. Better arenas, more lucrative TV contracts. Part of the reason that's the case.
That was a layup, and you've got to knock that down. You've got to convert when you get those opportunities.
Here's Newman, and it's all evened up. Z's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Guys, after trailing for such a long time, they have to be feeling good about tying this game up.
And it could not have come too soon. Fourth quarter with momentum now in their favor.
Roten kicks to Noel. Thaddeus Young on the wing. He's covered by Landry. And back to the bidding war for the Kings with the great offer from the Seattle group. Steve, do you think there's a chance the league could expand to Seattle?
I think so, especially with that tremendous offer that the Seattle group put forward. And now the new CBA, it's made it much more favorable for the owners. I think in the next few years, we will see at least one expansion team, maybe two.
Roten dishes to Noel. Good work defensively by Terry. Here's Sacramento. They've got a 13-2 run goal. Outlaw, and he slams it one-handed.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
And those could be an important 2 points, too, guys, in a close game like this one.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hi, Kevin. I was able to hear the advice Mike Malone gave to his team during that last break. He's concerned with what he called their lack of effort on the defensive glass, saying he wanted to see them exerting a lot more energy to prevent second chance opportunities. So Coach waiting until the final stages to pull a few tricks out of his sleeve. Kevin, let's see if he's made a wise decision.
Thanks again, Doris.
And at this stage of the game, that offensive rebound and putback is enormous. I mean, that feels like a 4-point swing.
Here's Newman. Second chance effort. And Cousins puts it back in. And the Kings lead by 4.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Yeah, not a lot you can do defensively when they continue to get the ball inside and get these easy shots.
Anderson can't get it to go.
Well, with that much space off the pick, you've got to drop that in.
Yeah, you got to make that one. I mean, that's a high-quality shot you should make 9 out of 10 times.
And it's Richardson slamming it down.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
And stolen by Roten. And now Philadelphia on the break. Oh, and the dunk by Young.
Boy, their defense making an impact here late, Kevin.
And straight off the steal, Clark, a perfectly run fast break ends in a slam dunk.
Yeah, that could be a huge 4-point swing in this game.
Newman, the pass to Lynn. Young with the steal. And he commits the intentional foul. Isaiah Thomas, he's checking. So it's the 76ers taking the win in a close game. And Clark, you know, it was quite an...
Jason, obviously you began the game with a large lead. How did they...
Pretty big change of scenery for you moving to a new team. How much of an adjustment period is there going to be before you're comfortable here?
It's going to take some time. You know, I need to learn where each of these guys likes to set up, how they like to get the ball, and they need to figure out the same about me. We're all professionals, though. You get used to playing with different teammates, so it's not too long before you start to mesh. It'll get there. Maybe not today or tomorrow, but soon enough.